know of any sea shanties? If so, which is your favorite? If not, tell us about your favorite song.
What is sea shanties?
Yar, sea shanties. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Yo. Do I know of any sea shanties? Well, actually, I don't know any sea shanties with the exception of the one that you mentioned with the yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, which is quite a fascinating song, just centralizing on the notion of drinking the bottle of rum and uniting together as we sing and cheer together as we prepare for our voyage to the next ship that we're going to capitalize on. So I think the essence of these songs is to unite the teammates or the fellow pirates as they venture off into these unknown territories. And it's really a good way of bonding together. So yes, I think it's definitely something that's quite important. And that's the only one that I know. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Back to you.
Congratulations to you, Belinda, for giving your first speech after the icebreaker. I have to clap hands for you. Can we all do the same? I loved your speech title. It was very captivating. When I saw the program and the evaluation form, I was like, oh, wow, I really, really would like to listen to this. So well done on choosing a very great topic for your speech. You had excellent use of the English language, using words like high seas of motorcycle riding, 2 left feet, captain of my own ship. There were so many good examples. I will leave that to the grammarian to go into the details. Well done for that. I also loved how you were giving very vivid descriptions of the landscape that you rode. Muddy, murky mud and sandy beaches. And I think you gave 5 different ones. I just managed to capture that. It was so descriptive. You literally transported us with you in those spaces. It's like we were with you as you were riding. And I also loved the way, because it was diaries, right? It was like diary entries. And I loved how you really literally took us on a trip to all the places you went: America, Karoo, Lesotho, Swiss Alps. You had very vivid descriptions, and I loved how you were able to take us with you as if we were part of your journey on your motorcycle. A few improvement areas for your next speech. Firstly, I think if you stand up, you improve your delivery. If you give a speech in standing position, your delivery improves. We're able to see most of half of your body, and we're also able to see the hand gestures that you will be using. You were also just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit too fast when you were speaking. Probably because when you practiced, you knew already that your speech was probably outside of the 5 to 7 minutes. You took 7 minutes, 33 seconds. So maybe in future, you want to practice a little bit more and try and remove a few things that you know will not take away from what you are trying to communicate in your speech, so that you stay within the 5 to 7 minute time limit. And if you are using notes, try and still focus on the camera so that you don't appear as if you are reading or you are referring to your notes too much. So you can put your notes down and put them somewhere where you can see them, but try and make sure you remain focused on the camera and that we've got that eye contact with you, especially in a virtual setting like this. I'd like to say congratulations, you did meet the objectives of your speech. Well done. I look forward to hearing more from you the next time I visit Mariswe Toastmasters. Well done, Enias. when you opened, your introduction was very powerful, and it got everybody listening and wanting to hear more of what you had to say. You opened by a question: how many times have you been asked to get out of your comfort zone? I was like, okay, yes, I've been asked so many times. I want to hear, what do you have to say? So well done for that. That was a very powerful opening. I loved the analogy that you used of an eaglet learning to fly through the mother making it uncomfortable, right? And you used that same example to draw parallels with your experience of losing your job and being forced to fly by starting your own business. You used very good English. My nest was disturbed, storms of life, learning to fly. We know people don't fly, right? And throughout your speech, there was great examples of excellent use of the English language. The only comment and improvement area I would make is your speech was like you wanted to fire us up, inspire us, and motivate us. Such a speech, normally you really should do it standing, and we can see all your body language and all your gestures that you will be trying to give. So well done for that speech, and congratulations.
Ahoy, me hearties! We be headed for the seas in but a brief moment, booty abound. There be a tax ship of Spaniard origin, sailing our seas in the coming week. Blow me down the doubloons and pieces of 8 carried on this year galleon be enough for us to gild our crow's nest and retire all of your salty sea dogs long for you meet Davy Jones's locker. Here's me plan. You can have your commentary once I'm done. We shall intercept them in the middle of their voyage so that they have no access to timely reinforcements. We'll need to set sail at least a day before they leave the docks so that we can surprise them. We'll hoist a Spanish flag as well as a yellow jack so that those scurvy dogs don't suspect a thing until it's far too late. Arriving from the opposite direction will give them the idea that we are seeking aid for our sick at the nearest outpost. This shall be coordinated by Rick Robenheimer of the House of Robbers. He'll know the precise time to hoist our flags so that we meet with their ship. Worry not for their escort ship, as I have on good word that these men be tired and disgruntled from a long voyage and short rest. Lieutenant Simbanigavi will be in charge of ensuring our cannons are ready and aimed. We will need gunpowder and cannonballs enough to pierce their hull. Keep watch for any of these government lackeys who've learned how to swim. They won't pose an obstacle on our path, but they may serve as a brief entertainment. Those carousers amongst us need shut their yaps for but a moment before we mount our attack. We'll sail up alongside them and shoot our cannons into their broadside. We'll scuttle their ship before they come to know of our true intentions, and then it be us and our prey alone. The escort has only soldiers, sailors, and food rations. Not much to be lost to the open seas. Avast! The galleon will make full sail for their escape, but it will be a short chase as we'll use our chain shots to disable their sails. Our chase gun manned by Simon Katende. Simon has clear sight and aim true. Simon the sniper has crippled many a craft in his time, and with his speed, we will surely not overexert ourselves. Once we start approaching their ship, they'll surely put up a fight. We may lose some of our own, but the treasures on this ship be worth far more than any of our bilge-sucking lives. This is a pirate's life for us. Alas, our fallen hearties will beckon our bones to strike forth and overcome our adversaries. Be these men lily livers or courageous matters not, for we outnumber them 5 to 1, and their captain will surely walk the plank once the sun sets this day. We shall start firing at them with our pistols and our rifles until we get close enough to board their ship. Then it shall be up to our eyes and our sword arms to strike down any man brave enough to look death in the face and stand tall. Our strategist, Mbachi Muntali, will split up the groups and coordinate the attack. This type of strategy will likely be unexpected by the Spaniards from a pirate ship such as ours. Once we take over their ship, we'll take stock of their crew, looking for anyone who looks strong and desperate enough to go on account and join our ranks. If any of them seek to commit a mutiny in the future, we'll hang him by the yardarm. As for the rest, we'll feed him to the fishes. Dead men tell no tales. Now for the part ye salty dogs be eagerly anticipating. Their coffers overflow with coin and booty, far beyond our wildest dreams. We'll take them on board and divvy them amongst the rest of us. Of course, as your captain, I'll be taking the biggest cut. But worry not, for ye shall all have more than enough to sprout your grog blossoms and never swab a deck. Busisiwe and Tei shall ensure that all of ye salty dogs receive your fair share of the booty. I haven't ever known a pirate so capable of challenging the church with her calculus and cunning. As for the rest of the loot, jewelry, clothes, food, you can take as much as you can carry or store in the cargo hold. Don't falter, lads and lasses. The sea beckons us with her salty whisper, and we shall answer with gunpowder and the sweet sound of iron on iron. All hands ahoy!
Ahoy!
Ahoy, me hearty. We be setting sail, and we will be open to any commentary.
Captain, I heard a severe thunderstorm is coming on your course. So how does this change your plans? Because is our ship stable enough to handle the severe thunderstorm that's coming our way?
Thank you very much, Boosie. We will have to batten down the hatches and brave the storm. If it gets too difficult for us to navigate, we may have to seek refuge on the nearest island and weigh our anchor. But we must ensure that we are still on course for our booty. We need this to make our trip worthwhile. Are there any other objections or commentaries?
Yes, Captain, I've got another scenario. So from what I understand is that you essentially are going to sneak up on this boat, and then when it's too late, you ambush them. So now what happens if they catch a bluff early and they start shooting cannons at you, let's say about, I don't know what a decent distance is, maybe 200 meters away. What do you guys decide to do?
This be a good question, Mr. Simon. Being manned at the chase cannon, you will be our first line of offense. In this scenario, we will have to crash our ship directly into the escort ship. We will have to fire all our cannons at them as soon as possible and ensure that we make it out at least alive, if not rich.
Captain, hold on. I just heard news that the person responsible for the cannons lighten has just taken another offer on another ship. He got a better offer than what you're offering on your ship. So what are you going to do?
We will need to replace him post haste, as well as ensure that he is assassinated immediately. His replacement will be none other than Rick Robenheimer, if he feels he is able to perform the managerial task.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye.
However, there be another problem. They be sailing towards us with the wind, and we be tacking towards them against the wind.
Aye, this be a severe problem indeed. We may need to turn our ship around as soon as possible so that we meet with them, perhaps firing our cannons as our paths intersect with each other.
Captain, another one. So the night before the final attack, we had a festive dining where we're having voluptuous chicken breasts and all these nice things. And as a result, everyone gets food poisoning on the ship. What do we decide to do on the day?
I need just a moment to have a think about this. My crew getting food poisoning is something that is rather quite a challenge, admittedly. I don't see it working out very well, us trying to board a ship if all of our crew are busy retching and vomiting all over the deck. We may need to see if the nearby bar has more crew for us to hire, or potentially just take this one as the loss and move on to the next one when the fruit is ripe for the picking.
Ahoy, Captain.
Yarr.
While we're having that party, it has come to my attention that we've got a spy among us. I don't know how they got to the other ship and told them of our plans. So what are we going to do? I imagine after dealing with this scoundrel of a spy.
Well, this scoundrel will certainly need to be hung by the yardarm as we make our very quick escape. We clearly are not safe amongst these areas. Methinks that this food poisoning may have just been normal poisoning, and clearly this is not working in our favor. We will need to reconvene and think of another way to gain riches beyond our dreams.